Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. We're so excited to have you again. Yesterday there was this news that went really viral, and it has to do with President Muhammadu Buhari and his in-law, that's Malam Gimba Kumo, who got married to one of the daughters of Buhari, talking about Fatima, in 2016. And the news is about a fraud of about $65 million, some very good money in naira, and he's now on the wanted list of independent corrupt practices of commission, ICPC. They are looking out for the man. He was actually the former managing director and chief executive officer of the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria, and most Nigerians were talking or reacting seriously about it. And right now, the presidency have finally responded to it, just to see how they can put things in order, because the rate at which the thing was trending was unthinkable. Nigerians were just like, this man must vomit this money. This is when we will know who Muhammadu Buhari is and his principle against corruption, his fight against corruption, that this one, it must be made public. The report must be made public. The man must be, fully investigated, possibly arrested and prosecuted in the law court. But, the president has responded, and that's what we want to look at in the jiffy. What is the president saying? And according to the news, the president says a former managing director of Federal Mortgage Bank, Gimba Kumo, declared wanted for $65 million fraud, is no longer a son-in-law to President Muhammadu Buhari. Kumo married Fatima, the president's wife, in 2016 at Douara, Katsina State. And Thursday, the Independent Corrupt Practice and Other Related Offences Commission, ICPC, in a notice declared Kumo wanted alongside Tari Rufus and Bola Ogunshola over alleged misappropriation and dissipation of National Housing Fund to the tune of $65 million. Speaking on Gimba connection to Buhari, in a statement on Friday, the senior special assistant media and publicity to the president, Garba Shehu, said the fugitive relationship with the president's daughter ended years ago. 2016, years ago. All right, let's continue with the news. Shehu said the fugitive, in his word, he said, it is therefore unfortunate to bring the president's family into this case. It is, in our view, an attempt to generate views and sell copies of sensational reporting. The president's position at all times is that the law be allowed to take its course. As is well known of him, President Muhammadu Buhari will not provide any cover for crime, no matter who is involved. Wow, that's a serious one. No matter who is involved. So I think the president has made his position clear on this, that he does not have anything to do with the man. A few years ago he had, but I mean, I'm not really interested in whether he was married to the president's wife. Looking at that amount, which is considered to be fraud by independent corrupt practices and other related offenses commission, for me, I think it's a huge amount of money. No matter who is involved, it must be properly investigated, at least for once. If this present-day government wants to climb the ladder of, anti-corruption fight, they need to make some of these reports public. Some few months ago, Nigerians were told that Mago is undergoing investigation for not under-reporting some of the funds that EFCC had realized, and Malami, who is the Attorney General of the Federation, told Nigerians that the report will be published. And even Garba Shehu at one time came out and said Nigeria will be so shocked with the content of that report and those who are involved. And guess what? We were very expectant that everything will be made public. Nigerians will see the extent to which some of his appointees, this current administration appointees, have been, sucking us dry. But shockingly, till today, nobody has heard anything about that report. Nigerians have been calling for it and all of that. And I feel that where transparency takes the day is when those kind of reports are made public so that Nigerians can know that the fight against anti-corruption is not a corridor fight, or neither is it a bedroom fight. It's a public fight where anyone who is caught wanting will have to give full details of everything he has done. Now, this one has resurfaced, though the man is not in the grip of ICPC, but then he is on the wanted list. Nigerians will really want to know more about it. But before I continue with analyzing this, let's look at what Nigerians have to say. And this one says, which divorce be that I beg, arrest Buhari's daughter or Buhari himself. There's no way they can arrest Buhari. Is he the one that committed the crime? Another person said, I would have considered these to be a personal matter, but Gabashehu rebuttal models the water further. When was this? Years ago, when the couple only got married in 2016, and why is the public just getting to know about this divorce that happened years ago? This is getting interesting. Another person said, this guy now, main Yahoo boy, married PMB daughter, scammed the nation $65 million, divorced PMB daughter, leave Nigeria for she and her father. The guy is really good at his job. Well, we can't conclude that yet because we've not heard his own part of the story. And so let's just wait to see if they're going to get at him and bring him back to answer some very vital questions. Another person here says, if he wasn't linked with this fraud, they wouldn't have made known his marital status to us, Abi. We can see they are doing everything possible to maintain Buhari's integrity that's surrounded by corruption from in and out. That's what another guy, one his song, have to say. But I feel that whatever the marital status of that young man is of no concern to Nigerians. For me, what is most important right now is to bring him under prosecution in the law court. Let him give account of how he is spending that money. And if not, possibly some of his property should be seized from him, because what he has done to Nigerians is a way of frustrating us the more. And I know one of the things that bothers the heart great deal is, why is it that every time Nigerians have an opportunity to lead, why is it that whenever we have an opportunity to take up leadership role, the first thing that hits the mind is creating an enabling environment for corruption to strive in? That's the shocking aspect of it. And another question that bothers the man at this point is, why is it coming up now? Why is it that on a yearly basis, the audited financial report of these organizations that are federal agencies, why is it that it is not being audited by the accountant general or by the auditor general of the federation? And for us to wait for a long time like this, he had quitted the position maybe for a while before they are now auditing him. It makes no sense, you understand? Most of the time, some of these things were fraud that we're talking about is mostly being pointed out, not even by those who are occupying different offices in an administration like this, but possibly by outsiders who, for one reason or the other, they have looked at the guy's level of achievement and his financial muscle, that's financial pay package, and it doesn't intertwine. There's no sync. So they're like, hey, this guy need to be investigated. And by the time EFCC jump, ICPC jump, they begin to realize that, hey, this guy has done so much terrible thing to the nation. I think we need to correct these things once and for all, so that Nigeria can be seen as a country that is people-oriented. We'd like to leave it there. Just go to our comment section. Now that they have declared their position that the marriage they had been divorced some years ago, do you think that that is the reason why the presidency ICPC is coming up so strong against this guy? Let's interact in our